set sail, he kissed his love goodbye. She watched their craft sail out of sight, till a tear bedimmed her eye, and she prayed to Undra in the deeps to guide them on their way. Those loving parting words that night re-echoed in her ear. Farewell, farewell, my own true love, this parting gives me pain. I'll be your own true guiding light when I return again. My thoughts shall be of you, when the storm is riding high.
You blink and find yourself standing in the knee-high grass of an endless field, with the day just falling into dusk. Then, the earth falls away. The wind ceases, and you are sent tumbling up into the dark of the sky.
Watcher.
The voice of the Pallid Knight shakes the earth at your feet. You have returned to Bareth's realm, your soul once more called to attend the wishes of the God of Death.
Once again, you have spoken with the Child of Light. Tell me what you have learned. My patience is not infinite, and your soul is but one breath in a hurricane that I control.
She closes the gap between you in a blink. This near, you realize the God of Death has a smell. Like dust and ozone, petrichor and cold, cold steel.
Death comes for all in time. Or have you forgotten Archdruid Reston and Hio Vaderona? You killed them at my behest, and you are not my only agent in Aora.
An icy smile briefly transforms the Pallid Knight's face.
You may be the Watcher of Cadnua, the Hound of Aethys, the Herald of Bareth, but you are still a mortal man. Every time you defy me, I grow further inclined to disassemble your soul and scatter your essence to the farthest corners of the beyond once the task I have assigned you is complete. So have a care, Watcher. Intriguing.
The Pallid Knight stares past you, pensive.
While attend, tell me what your many eyes perceive.
Her words ring out, and a heavy silence descends. In the silence breaks the murmur of countless voices. They speak all at once in languages both known and unknown to you. In the space beside Bareth, an eye blinks open, followed fast by several more. They are round, keen eyes of Kith, the slit eyes of snakes, the small, dark marbles of birds, the bulbous lanterns of deep-sea fish.
Here we are.
A figure walks through the cloud of eyes as one might step through a door. It is an Orlan, then a pale elf, an ocean human, a Naga. Each of them eyeless. They are Wal.
This is the first interesting thing to happen in ages. And we do so love a riddle.
The figure wears an Amawa's grin, and the many voices beneath its own titter.
Some things must be lost to be found again. You knew that once, when you buried my scroll beneath the earth in Black Meadow. But it seems you have forgotten. We have read the book of your life, Watcher. It is heavy with the weight of your choices, and its pages are not unmarred by the blood of others. You read, but on a smaller scale. We see between the strings of the world, and Aethys is there, strumming them like a lute. His tongue is still, yet he sings of a coming joy. What tune he plays, we do not know. It is complex, ever-shifting. One moment vibrating in harmony, the next in discord.
A man strides through the door to Bareth's realm. Behind him lope wolves with lolling tongues, and jungle cats whose long tails twitch with every step. Galawain, the changeling, arrives, and he brings with him the wild heart of Eora's untamed places. Fast on Galawain's heels, a small wave of seawater washes across the tiles. It pours off the edge of the platform and cascades down into the beyond. From out of the water rears a glowing lure, then the head of a gigantic fish. The round black eyes of Andra roll to meet yours.
Eothas is nothing if not resourceful. I admire his nerve.
In the changeling's voice, you hear the soft patter of rain on leaves and the rush of wind through treetops.
No, he is a creature of the pack left long alone. Without our strength behind him, he is weak. If his journey leads him back to us, he has proved himself worthy of return to the fold.
Eothas does not return to us. He returns to execute some grand plan. We must stop him.
Andra's voice rises like a tide, panic riding its crest. The doors lining the walls of Bareth's realm slam open in unison. Warped pieces of ancient armor and the remnants of discarded weapons roar through the doorways. They meet in the center of the room, in a shower of sparks, and form the vague figure of a man. Finally, a blacksmith's sledge hurtles past your shoulder, and the figure snatches it from the air. A man made half of metal and half of ruined skin stands before you. The rounded metal of a well-worn shield makes up most of his skull, his right eye socket, and jaw. His mouth is pulled forever into a half-grimace.
If Eothas has something foolish planned, perhaps we can turn him from that path and set him down a more productive one.
Abaddon's words crash and screech together, like long steel gears forced to movement for the first time in centuries.
Abaddon speaks with a child's naivety. He violates not their realms, but mine. I feel his urgency in every stamp of his feet along my spine. I will send tsunamis to slow him, if Mogren would stir the earth beneath Mogren's teeth.
The water at your feet recedes. Lava oozes up through the shallow water, and a woman made from the guts of the earth emerges. She settles her characteristic broadsword on her shoulder and sighs a cloud of smoke and ash. Mogren returns.
In the age when our steps carved valleys across the face of Eora, our bodies were impervious to all but the strongest attacks. I doubt fire and water will be enough to stop him. But I will bear down upon Eothas with all the heat and fury of the earth. If I must.
The death of thousands now could prevent the death of millions later.
Dark, inky tears fall from Andra's eyes.
Sacrifices of the few protect the futures of the many. You cannot let your petty mortal feelings blind you to the urgency of the dilemma Eothas has thrust upon us.
You will mind upon whose ground you tread.
The Pallid Knight watches you with keen, predatory eyes. The deep, bellowing cry of an aurochs shakes the ground beneath your feet. The cry drones on and on, a moan without end. Wal's many eyes squeeze shut. Andra slips back beneath her waves. Mogren dissipates in a swirling cloud of steam. Galawain's beasts cower and whine. Only the Pallid Knight stands impassive.
My end comes to all things in time. Should Eothas care to hasten the inevitable, I welcome his efforts. Eothas seeks a slate wiped clean. Freedom from the endless revolutions of Barath's wheel. The final emancipation of the countless stolen mortal lives the gods hoard within themselves.
The Child of Light will not choose the hour of my death.
Magrin tests the edge of her broadsword with a smoldering finger.
He sows chaos in his longing for a radiant dawn. So much will be lost in the cacophony of fear his actions inspire.
The crack of thunder rends the air. The gods fall silent.
We can wait no longer to act. Speak with him, Watcher. Discover what it is he plans.
Water begins to creep across the floor. It swells, runs swiftly, and catches at your ankles. You scrabble at the tiles, but it's no use. The current's pull drags you off the edge of Barath's realm, and into the fathomless beyond. You splash down in water so dark you can't see the bottom. Then, the water recedes, gone like a dream upon waking. The hard wood of your cabin's floor presses against your spine. The gods are gone, but you remain.
I shall. I'll have.
My lord, what do you require?
I'm all ears. Tell me what's on your mind. Not a one. I never knew nothingness could feel no need to fiddle-foot around. Sure thing.
From a deerwood babe to a sailor fine, hurrah for the dead fire lines. Now dead fire roots, they make good time. Tell me away, hey hoorah, yeah. With the clear wide straits and inlets fine, hurrah for the dead fire lines. Oh, they're the lines where you can shine. Tell me away, hey hoorah, yeah. Oh, they're the lines where I spent me prime. Hurrah for the dead fire lines. Just take a trip to Port Massey. Oh, drop a good place.
Hey, watch out.
Never you mind that miss. I'll land the next one.
Lava
Your orders? Captain, a delight as usual. Sure am. And I heard that you two spent some time together. Funny how the gods toss things together. Kana came back from the Deerwood with a head full of ideas about Rauatai's expansion. Getting out from under the academics suited him. I never knew he could be so political. More than his sister ever could be. You clearly had some sway on his opinions, more than I ever did. Wish you had told Kana to give up on the poetry. He's got no ear for it. You kept him alive in any case, while he wandered the lands in search of stories. I do with bullets what Kana did with words. Just in case you were wondering, the comparison ends there. Well, my parents came from the Deadfire. I'm getting a taste of my roots. After they emigrated to Rauatai, their talents caught the Ranganui's eye. He saw them as this spectacle, this achievement of the old country, I guess. So they were honored guests. Not many Huana rose to distinction in Takoa. We were also curiosities. Even as we broke the same bread and tossed back the same wine, the Ranganui's friends always checked under the table to see if I had a tail. Kana thought it was hilarious. It was an education in patience. Growing up in the Ranganui's shadow wasn't all bad. We had tutors and advisors at our disposal, and lots of folk from stranger parts than these. I spent my days learning to shoot, while my more academic siblings learned to express themselves. I leave you to judge who spent their time better. I won a shooting competition at the Ranganui's estate. This was a few years before enlisting with the Navy. As a reward, he gave me the freedom of the Royal Eyrie and said I could take my pick of the warbirds. Stinkfeathers here kicked a rather pretty hawk off my arm so he could have me all to himself. Been inseparable ever since. Try not to let it get to your head, Ishi. Wonderful. He's so much easier to wrangle when his ego's inflated. I'm listening.
Yeah?
Great and terrible things are at work. And once again, you seem to be in the middle of it. The Rauataians we passed will doubtless spread word of what you've done in Hasongo. But others will want to know what you've seen. They'll look to you for answers. You make it sound so simple. Don't you worry what will come next? What events you might move forward? I wish I had your clarity. It reminds me of the question that drew me to the Deadfire. The one I've been avoiding. I promised to tell you what I was doing among the Animancers at Port Marge. As you may have guessed, I was observing them, gathering information on the various Animancy operations in the region. Animancy is a subject of particular interest to the Leaden Key. Through it, I hope to pick up the trail. That's where it gets complicated. After that incident in Old Valia, I thought more about the Leaden Key and its particular composition. It's existed for over 2,000 years. Say what you will about its motives and methods, but that's an impressive tenure.
I hope you got a while, because I got lots to say about their motives and methods.
Relax, Adair. I'm not defending them. That's when I realized how short-sighted I'd been. To think I could undo the Leaden Key without understanding how it works. I found references to an ancient Leaden Key cabal in the Deadfire. Possibly one of the oldest, if accounts are credible. And they appear to have been working independently, without direct intervention from Theos, for almost 2 millennia. Now there's the challenge. Most sources refer to them as the Painted Masks. but I haven't met anyone here who knows that name. Truly? Then perhaps we'll find something there. Thank you. Anyway, it's late. I suppose that's enough from me.
advice, outsider. I do not care which island you call home. This one belongs to the Wahaki. You cannot have business on Motare Okozi. Leave before I feed your bones to the jungle. This is no library, Outlander. Death herself has touched this jungle. It seems you intend on letting the island do our work for us. I thought my message to the Huana Prince was clear. He needs reminding that to trespass on the jungle ruin is a death sentence. Explorers from Neketaka landed here. You must know by now, they did not return. It is no wonder the prince sent a second group to find the first. He cares more about riches and plunder than the lives of his servants. Akira, the island is closed to outsiders. All who set foot here are doomed to perish. The prince sent explorers into the maw of this island. Their drained corpses and bloodied clothes were all they left behind. If Aruihi intends on repeating his mistakes, I am thinking he will not stand for long against the foreigners. To the depths within them. A prince of Neketaka should put the wishes of his people over his ambition. You will find only bones and ruin, blighted with decay, and worse. The deeper jungle is fouled. Nature is wrong here, and your very presence makes her drool with hunger. We do not venture into the deeper jungle, but we know it for what it is. A place where nature has gone mad. It is not for me to explain the tales of our people, but I warn you to keep your distance. Motare Okozi has claimed more lives than you would guess. Your curiosity will only be getting you into trouble. You did not come here to learn our history, and I do not share our secrets with outsider filth.
Worth a try.
You have done nothing to earn the trust of the Wahaki. I cannot look into the eyes of my chieftain and explain to her why I let you go into the jungle. Better for us both if I killed you now. We will give your body to the sea with all the rights that a worthy foe deserves. An outsider can expect no greater honor. When an outsider visits Neketaka and proves helpful, this is rare enough that it should not be punished. We will be watching you, outsider. Though we will not interfere if the jungle attempts to close its jaws around you. Cause no trouble in the ruins of Motare Okozi.
I'll take care of this.
Con Blanca! Help me! Pazzo! Stinking weed! Director Castel sent us. We were shadowing a Juana expedition, trying to figure out what they were after. Corpses, all of them. But we couldn't turn our backs on the mission, so we went deeper into the jungle. North of here, there is a golden disc, big, heavy thing. One of my mates took a piece of it. Everything went wrong after that. Something took us while we rested. Oh gods. I woke up and there was a flower growing out of my Casita's mouth. I started pulling weeds out from between his teeth. Then I got hit from behind and woke up here. There is something guiding the creatures here. A woman, I think. She gets under your skin. I only caught a glimpse of her in passing. Huge. And her daughters are none too fond of outsiders. Thank you. Only I don't know how we're going to manage it. Ak, maybe this vine is squeezing me hard enough to make a chore of it, but I am needing all the help I can get. Madiko! The damn thing is getting tighter. I hope that you have a strong grip, Frero, or this could end poorly for me.
Ooh, little old me? Nice to feel wanted.
Fiend! Remove yourself from our domain.
I think that did it. Agrasima. Our ship landed on the other side of the island, but I am the last of the crew, and I cannot sail her alone. May I join your voyage? I do not care where we make port, as long as it is far from here. Ak, Casita! I will see you on board. If I was mad enough to tarry a moment longer, I would walk with a quiet step.
Makes me regret all those times I told Kana to eat his vegetables.
Careful. I see them.
Need something stronger.
Lava beyond.
I'll handle. What's this? I'll take care of this. Let's see what we found. I'll have.
Could be a fight. Hey, that wasn't half bad.
That dog won't hunt.
Can't take much more.
On your feet now.
That's not very helpful.
I'll take this. I know just the thing. It's done. I'll take care of this. No! Fall back.
That's not very helpful.
Right between the eyes.
Could be a fight.
It's not working.
Take that.
I'll take care of this. What's this? I'll handle it. I'll take care of this.
That seems a little too nice for a place like this.
Ready to brawl? That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
You were saying?
This is futile! That's it!
Hardly seems fair.
Word of thunder! Lava beyond seek! It's not working!
Hey there, how's it going? I'm playing Paladin's Cypher. No dual class, Paladin and Cypher. Inquisitor, I think the build combination is called. It's basically hit hard with two-handed swords.
Let's see what we found. I'll take care of this.
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle. Never you mind that miss. I'll land the next one.
It's just like normal difficulty or something, so it's not especially hard. I have a huge backlog of games to get through, so I can't spend 300 hours getting through it.
What is this thing? Oh, Rendergob's frigid ballsack! That thing, whatever it is, it's stupid. Really, really stupid. And that's right. I'm more than enough for you.
I guess there's a quest involving that thing.
You must gather your party before venturing.
fine. Just try not to breathe going through.
No! Fall back.
That must have hurt.
Careful. I see.
Yes?
We got trouble.
Let's see what we found.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's like the hardest difficulty, right? But you're not playing, yeah, obviously not playing some sort of hardcore then. It would be a bit much, I guess.
Up! Up! It's coming!
Apretta, inside!
I'll take it.
Hey, look, free camp.
With those Solana.
Then swim back to Tikawara. We will take your share.
What do you need?
Looks like trouble.
Mo Ixie on
Sorry, friend. I can't. What do you need?
Can't make a dent. Charge! Of course.
Okay, I need to be off, eat some dinner and stuff, but I'll be back later. Have a good one.